Hello my friends, welcome back to MTD CNC North America. Today I am at the Outdoor Group and I'm with my buddy AJ. AJ is the whiz on this Nakamura Tome, and we're gonna learn a bit more about the great success that he's had in reducing cycle times going from one form of machine to this Nakamura with a bar feeder and running lights out. So AJ, welcome to MTD CNC.
How you doing?
I'm living a dream, brother, living a dream. So share a little bit about the Nakamura, the process you used to do, and the amount of savings on, I think you have 2 or 3 parts, but let's just start with one part and the cycle time savings and the reasons behind that.
Okay, the biggest reason is because you have a mill, you have a lathe. Well, think about having them both. You're working with 2 things and you're able to work on them simultaneously on op 1s, op 2s, getting them off the front and back and out the machine, and you're automating them so they're continuously running. It's the best thing ever. You're saving so much more money, time, there's efficiency. You got a bar feeder that's constantly pushing bars in. It's just making monies. You got dollar signs on the back of this thing. So it's a great machine on top of that because I get to work on it. So yes, I love this machine, and I basically went from on one specific part, let's say we were running about 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I dropped that down to 2 minutes and 44 seconds. So we're cutting times in half because we're able to run both in the front and the back at the same time. So you're not only doing the front side, but the back side of a part. It's shooting out, and you got a bar feeder. I mean, how much better can you get? It's just...
Right, so we're talking 50–60% time reduction based on bar feed, and that extra axis is really what we're focused on with that specific part.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the extra access is nice because you're able to automate, do circle interpolation, any kind of feature you want to run like you would run a mill, you're running on a lathe. That is the whole point and principle of this machine, because it's basically a mill turn, right? So you're doing so much more on this, and the product efficiency is, bar none, the best I've ever seen. Honestly, I love these machines. I've worked on a couple different styles, not just this model, which is the WT152. I've worked on the WY as well, and that's a double Y. So I mean, you're doing even more. And these are all just, I love these machines. I could, if I have 20 of them, just drop them here and I'll run them all. That's fine.
Fantastic testimony. So on that piece that you were able to take from 5 or 6 minutes down to under 3 minutes, about 2:45, 2:43, somewhere around there, right? How many of those parts do you run?
All depends on how much people buy them, but tens of thousands. So you could see the cost savings. I mean, they're making a lot more off of that. The efficiency, the way we're machining it, and the good news of a lot of the parts that we use is 6061 aluminum, which is very forgiving. It cuts very easily, and I max out all the speeds on everything I do for the live tooling. So everything's, and that's a max of 6,000 RPMs on all the live tooling on the turrets. I max them all out.
Wow.
I'm able to do that and still make sure I keep the tools for all those 10,000 pieces basically too, which is amazing.
Yes, it is. So we're talking 10,000 plus parts. The lights out bar feeder application, the reduction of 50–60% cycle time. How quickly, approximately, do you think this machine paid for itself?
About a year at most.
Wow. Wow. So the last thing I want to talk about before I let you get back to your regular day, get back to work, although this machine's running right now, so maybe we can talk all day, right?
Yeah.
When the parts are done over and over again, like you're talking about, and you're talking about reduced cycle time, when the part comes off, number 1 versus number 100, are they the same?
Exactly the same. And that's the great news about these parts. Just like anything else, you're going to have certain issues that might come up at certain times. Nothing's perfect, but this is pretty close.
Absolutely. Well, AJ, I've learned a few things today about this Nakamura. I've also learned that you could probably take my job because you're so well-spoken. So don't do that to me. But also, thank you for being a part of MTD CNC and sharing your story, AJ.
Thank you very much.